and I
What do you
want the medication.
what do you
Yeah,
do?
I work for healthcare. I schedule appointments for people on Medicaid and Medicare.
Well, I work for a cruise line.
Mm,
People have been calling all day for dumb reasons. So there's that.
mm.
So today's my anniversary,
Oh,
and
well, happy
I'll
anniversary.
be able to
Mhm.
have a good anniversary without drama. But
Oh,
it started off kind of okay this morning. My husband surprised me with edible arrangements and a bear. And
awesome.
last night I went and bought him something, and he didn't know that I bought it. And I
Uh-huh.
was going to feel like a jackass for not getting
Oh,
me nothing.
oh.
So I bought him a card and a box of Ferrero Rochers and laid it on his desk this morning.
Mhm.
And around lunchtime, a knock on the door comes, and here comes this edible arrangements full of strawberries and a bear. And I was like, well, shit.
Well,
Yeah,
Carrie, are you ready to do this?
let's do it. Let's
Let's
do it.
do it. Good evening, everyone. This is Amelia Pitbull Chapman. How's everyone tonight? Hi, Carrie. How are you?
I am good. And just in case you guys don't know, I am Carrie, the Panda Queen Jeffries. We're going to be talking about some issues tonight with TikTok. And so hope y'all are prepared for the talk we got to talk about.
Oh, yeah, we got lots of drama to talk about there, don't we?
Yes, we do. It's been one hell of a week, especially with social media and with everything going on in the world right now. TikTok is one major thing that is literally in everybody's phone, everybody's tablet, everybody's computer. And it's one thing that, you know, that I wish kind of wasn't invented. And the reason why is because it causes a lot of issues. And we're going to discuss those issues, me and Amelia here. And hopefully you guys can relate to some of it.
I think a lot of parents wish that a lot of that stuff wasn't invented, especially cell phones, because to me, I think parents would rather have their kids go outside and play like we did back in the day when we were younger.
Oh,
Remember
yeah.
that?
I
Go out.
skinned my knees and ate mud pies.
Yeah. Go
There's that.
outside and play. And when the lights went out, you knew it was time to come. When the lights went on, you were ready to come inside. You knew it was time to come inside.
Most definitely a tomboy
Yeah.
all the way. And I still act like it with my hoodies and my
Hmm.
baggy sweatpants and my jeans or whatever. And,
Yep.
my kids are like that. And I get the issues of TikTok. My 13-year-old is on it, and she gets bullied through it. And that's kind of one of the things that I want to touch on with TikTok tonight is bullying and the harassment and all the issues with social media, mostly TikTok because it kind of is such a big app right now, and that's kind of what we're dealing with,
Oh, yes.
today. So
Yeah, because think about it, it disrupts your sleep. It spreads rumors about you that's not true at all.
right,
It and it expresses people to bully, like you were saying. Peer pressure is the main worst thing around teenagers right now.
right,
It's like do this, and we could give you this, and more lives, or higher, you know, people. What is it? How many TikTok viewers you have, and
it's so
right?
weird. Because you come across, I mean, yes, it's addicting because you come across some interesting stuff on there and you're like,
Hmm.
oh, this video is cool. Well, this
Hmm.
video is cool. But at first, when TikTok first came out,
Hmm.
and I was introduced to it about 2 years ago,
Mhm. I've only
uh,
been in a year, so go ahead and explain that.
3 years for
Uh-huh.
me, really. But when I came on it, close to 3 years ago,
Mhm.
it was different. It was about making fun videos and listening to fun music and seeing people do cool stuff and, cooking and really getting along and meeting people and all that. And it was like, oh, this is cool. This is cool. Then it gradually went to, let me put my cash up on there. Let me start begging. Let me do this. And it was, all about money. And then it went to um, the bigger TikToks
Mhm.
was on there and all that. And, it just got to where it was more about
Mhm.
not the fun part anymore. It was about the drama part and the part where it wants to be detrimental to your life part. Um, while I say that is, I'll kind of explain about that part. And
Mhm.
this is a lot that younger kids deal with on a daily basis too, not just myself, but younger
Mhm.
kids. And I'm an
Right.
adult. Um, they have people that put out your personal information because they're mad at you. They put
Mhm.
things out there that is detrimental to your livelihood that could cause people to hurt you.
Right.
Literally a month ago, not even going to lie,
Mhm.
because of a celebrity, and I'm not going to say a name, and this show's not about that person, but because of a
Mhm.
celebrity, I was getting death threats
Oh my
because of
goodness.
the celebrity. I was getting personal messages because of the person, and I was getting people saying they're going to come to my house. Um, People were finding me on Facebook. They, somebody was giving out my personal information to find me on Facebook, giving my home address, giving my phone number, my name out. Um, and it's things like that that
Mhm.
you want to be cautious with, because when people get too deep into your life and they're doing stuff like that, you know that this app is really becoming a problem, when it causes that much
Mhm.
issue, and it's making people want to harm somebody over an opinion,
Right.
or knowing somebody. And it takes the fun out of it. It really just takes the fun out of it. And it's not like a fun little social media app anymore. It's, let me see who I can piss off today. you know,
Oh
which
no.
is true, because that's
Right.
all it's about, really. Pissing people off. And that's all people do on there anymore, is just piss people off.
And
Great.
then, like, they say that somebody wants to, play against me, something like that too. They could get, all these other people like follow you, and then they try to get your information for that other person as well, right?
It's kind of like you have trolls, internet
Mhm.
trolls.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I saw on there too. You get trolls and
Friendly people that come
mhm,
to you that are bottom feeders, so to
mhm,
speak. They're close to that person, and they get
mhm,
friendly with you and make you think that,
mhm.
oh well, I'm here for you and support
Yeah,
you, but in reality they're going
they're
behind
behind
your
your
back,
back. Mhm,
and just keep something worse going than what it should be. And that's why it's driving so many people, as well as parents, to not
mhm.
want their children on social media.
Oh yeah, especially because the kids can see images they're not supposed to, or like, oh, come over here, let me show you this, and they're not really supposed to see
Yeah,
something like that. And especially, like you said, identity theft can go on, the cyberbullying,
everything.
and expresses people to bully other people, like you said as well, and it disrupts their sleep because they're like, if I don't give them this, I'm going to lose sleep, or if I don't do this, they're going to kill my parents, or they're going to kill me, or uh, it
It's so
causes people
bad.
that too.
It's so bad, Amelia. And I mean,
Hmm.
this is funny, but it's not funny.
No, yeah.
That you get on TikTok,
Hmm.
and the first thing you see is somebody on live sleeping,
Hmm.
and they're wanting them to send them gifts so they can make noises to keep them awake.
Mm.
And it's like, what are you doing to yourself?
Right.
You stay on live for hours and days at a time to
Hmm.
get gifts. And I mean, is it really worth the money? I mean, sure, everybody loves money, but is it
Uh-huh.
really worth your health to get all this money like that?
Right.
Like, it makes no sense. I've seen people pretending to be mediums on there, saying that they could read people's minds if you
Hmm.
send them $5. I've,
Right.
I mean, I've seen people doing tarot readings. I've seen people do the sticks. I've seen people, all kinds of stuff. I've seen
Hmm.
people from overseas on there. If you just send me one gift, I can get you more followers. If you send me this, I can get you like I can. And I'm just like, but why? I don't want any of this. So just
Right.
alone.
I know somebody makes
Way.
I know somebody that make very angry when you said that.
Go
I know.
away.
Hey, is this
Yeah.
a private show or can anybody join?
Come on
This,
in. See, I
anybody
knew
can
it.
join.
As
I
soon
knew
as you
I
said
said the
tarot
magic
reader,
words. I was waiting for our godfather,
uh,
Mr.
as
Angelo.
soon as you said tarot
How you
readers,
guys doing? So I see that your show tonight is that TikTok is killing the world. I got news
Yes,
for you.
sir.
You couldn't have picked a better show. I have to. Everybody who knows me will, and you guys know I've said it on the show before. I absolutely, I deplore TikTok.
as soon as you
I
said
I
psychics,
abhor it. I deplore it. It is the absolute. It's a cesspool for every misfit and malcontent who fucking lives and breathes. And most of them are Aaron Carter fans. Okay.
As soon as you said
Here's what
psychics, I
bothers me.
knew
Can I
it.
tell you? And I
I knew
feel
he was
bad
gonna
that
make
the
that
young
somehow.
I feel bad that the young man passed, but let me explain. But I brought his name up for a reason.
Right.
Nobody knew this guy when he was alive, okay, and nobody cared. All of a sudden, he died. Sadly, unfortunately. But now everybody under the sun goes, "Oh, I knew him. I was tight with him. I could have talked to him." Motherfucker, where the fuck were you when he was dying in a bathtub? Where the fuck were you, asshole?
I have to agree with that one. I can't.
Okay?
I have to
Because
agree
you
with.
don't know. You never did. You never will.
I had to agree with that one. I do. I have to agree with that one because that's true.
Okay, I'm going to shut up. I'm leaving now, Kim.
I knew that as soon as you said psychics, he was gonna join right in.
I knew he would, which
Yep.
is I kind of talked him up for a reason because I
Mhm.
wanted to see what he would do, which
Right.
makes perfect sense. He appeared,
Right. Right.
but no, I mean he is. I mean he is right, and this is off topic of the
Mhm.
TikTok thing just for a minute here though. But
Yeah.
he is kind of right, touching base on the Aaron Carter thing.
Mhm.
Well, not kind of. He is right. There are
Mhm.
so many people that have come forth and said, "Oh, I knew him. I knew him. I knew him. I
Mhm.
knew him. I knew him. He did this. We talked on this. We did this. We did this. We did." But you didn't never really speak about him or anything like that.
Yeah.
I mean, and I get it. I was the same kind of person.
Right.
I'd known him for a long time, but I didn't really post about him online, and I didn't do it for personal reasons. Which now the reasons that I didn't do are coming to haunt me in the ass from TikTok anyway. So
Mhm.
I should have just put it all out there when I had a chance. But um, I didn't do it because of family, because of kids, because I didn't want to be involved in his shit.
I will
Right.
give you ample opportunity to clear the air. Don't worry about it, kiddo.
Uh huh.
So, Brianna, Andrew knew him. You
Oh,
know
good.
what, Brianna? I'm
I'm
blocking
tired.
you. I'm banning you from the studio.
Uh,
Goodbye.
I've had enough of that. She's one of
And
the
I
ones that.
really don't care about Andrew. And I've done voiced my
Andrew
opinion.
can go suck my dick. Okay, fuck you, Andrew.
She's one of the ones that just kept on and on and on about that. So it's enough,
Well,
enough. So.
that's well, at least Angelo's gonna get some foreplay tonight from it. So that's all that matters.
Right. But yeah, getting back to TikTok, it's like I was saying, it's about identity theft is the worst thing that's
It really
going
is.
on right now because of
Yeah,
the fact that there's so many people that are saying, do not join this account, do not join this account. It's that
right,
three people at least have one account of this person. And one of 'em mainly is a lot of them are military, if you've
right.
noticed. And
Yes.
send me money, send me money. And a lot of them are saying, do not send this person money because it's not really me. And it's going on more in TikTok.
It's not really just TikTok too that does
Mhm.
that shit.
Oh, yeah.
It's all social media. So
Mhm, very so
like Instagram for one.
mhm,
Okay.
that's the worst.
But let me just tell you about that.
Mhm,
These shitheads get on here and steal people's pictures.
mhm,
And they make these profiles and they're like, hey, I'm sexy, come talk to
mhm.
me, whatever. And they text
I
you and they
like
say,
the way you did that, Carrie.
but you know what I mean?
Mhm.
They
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
whatever.
I know exactly what you mean. Absolutely.
Put
Mhm.
their stuff out there and be like, hey, I'll send you this if you send me money.
Yeah.
Let me just tell you a short story real quick about
Mhm.
that stupid shit.
Yeah.
My stepdad, God bless him, he got a message from in his email address from a shithead overseas somewhere.
Mhm.
And the guy was like, or woman said,
Mhm.
if you send me $10, I'll show you my tits. So he was like, all right, I'll send you $10. So she sends him a fake picture of somebody else's tits. Then she says, well, if you want to see more, send me this. So shit, he was like, all right, I'm getting some action here. He's married to my mother, by the way.
Oh.
So he's like, all right, blah, blah. She says, well, if you send me a dick pic, I'll send you this. So he sends her more money. He ended up sending the person $10,000
Oh my
until my
god.
mom, swear to God, until my mom finally looked at his text message one day and it was the woman on there talking about, why you don't send me no money today? I need to pay this. I need to pay this. And he says, I'm sorry, babe. I can't send you this. I have to pay a bill today. And she says, you don't love me no more? My
Oh
mom got
my
in there and
god.
said, hell no, you don't fucking love you no more. I need that damn money. So now he's having to pay my mother the same amount he was paying an actual woman. instead of, paying.
Can
But
I
that's
ask you a question?
Wow.
yeah,
Can I ask you a question? Was this a black woman?
I have no idea.
Because
I
my gut sense tells me it was a black woman doing this, not just to your mother's husband, but to other men out there as well. They're
I mean,
called predators. They're called predators.
right?
And that bothers me.
Yeah.
And it particularly bothers me because it's very, very prevalent in the African American community. I'm not being racist, folks.
Hmm.
Do your own research. It's there.
Yeah.
The numbers
Well,
support me.
Hmm.
I
The
don't know.
numbers support me.
I don't know who it
Okay.
was. Like if it
For
was
all
a
we know, it
black
could have been a
white person.
black man sending black
It could
women's
have
pictures.
it could have been
Yeah,
somebody
I think so.
catfishing, absolutely.
Hmm.
It was definitely a man.
Yeah.
I know that because when my mom actually sent the message back and said, because she got smart, she sent the IP address to the
Hmm.
police and they investigated it and it come back to a man. And she,
Wow.
I mean, you're
Interesting,
an
isn't
idiot.
it?
Hmm.
She told him he
Very
was,
interesting, isn't it?
Hmm.
But
yeah,
it's still predatory.
Yeah.
yeah,
And it's still, I don't care how you slice or to dice it. It's
Mm-mm.
still predatory. It's still against the law. It's
it
still
is.
catfishing, and
Yes.
it's still pandering, and it's highly illegal.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And
it
people
is.
get away with it all the fucking time.
They do.
And
And
people get
sex
caught
will
up in
go a
it.
long way online, and
Hmm.
that bothers me. It really fucking
Hmm.
bothers me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You got
And
to
people,
look out for that. If you have a WhatsApp, do you have a WhatsApp or do you have this account? Right away, or hi dear or something like that. Right
I got
away.
people on Instagram one time that
Hmm.
messaged me privately and said, "Do you want a sugar daddy?" And I'm like, "No,
Yes, that's the one you
no,
got to look out for.
You
That's another one.
mentioned Amelia. You mentioned the WhatsApp,
Hmm.
a
what's that?"
Cash App. Is that what it's called?
No, I said, do you have
WhatsApp,
WhatsApp?
Oh,
Right
what? Oh, is
away.
that the one where you put your phone number in?
Yes, right away. That's a catfish account, and do not
Oh
accept
God,
it.
please. That
Mm-mm.
one, the WhatsApp
Hmm.
and Cash App.
Hmm.
they're the
Cash
worst.
App is owned.
Hmm.
Listen to this one, folks. This is
Hmm.
true. Cash App is owned by TikTok.
Hmm.
Yeah, I know.
It's owned by the same company that runs TikTok.
Yep,
Yes,
Okay, and don't
crazy.
trust them slanty-eyed
I
bastards. Okay,
deleted mine right away.
because it's all fucking a scam.
Hmm.
My wife and I got hit for $95 one night. I said, "Babe, what did you buy for $95?" She said, "What are you talking about?" She said, "It was just our bank account just gave me our bank just alerted me
Hmm.
that there was a $95 purchase." She said, "I was sitting in the living room." I said, "Really?" Because I
Hmm.
was laying in bed at the time, and my
Right.
phone went beep beep. Because I
Hmm.
get I get a like an alert, maybe you want
Right.
to
Yeah.
call
That somebody
it, or like
your
a text
account.
message, right? Something like
Hmm.
that.
Yes.
And it said, um, Cash App. Or thank you for authorizing Cash App. I'm like,
Hmm.
what the fuck is Cash App? I had to ask my daughter.
Hmm.
She's 23. I said,
Mm.
"What's Cash App?
Yeah.
What is that?" She said, "It's where you give people money."
Hmm.
Will you give people money?
Hmm.
We
Yeah.
work too fucking hard to be giving anybody anything.
Right. Hmm.
Okay. So I got the fucking money back instantly.
Yeah.
Instantly. Because
Hmm.
they said, "Mr. DeCipio, we know your spending habits."
Hmm.
I'm 64 years old. What do I have a checking account. I've got a
Right.
savings account. I got a little money put away. You know what that means? That means I have no need for Cash App. I got
Hmm.
credit cards. All right. What do I need Cash App for?
Right.
All right.
Yes. Somebody tried to use mine the same way in Japan trying to get a taxi. I'm like, I'm in my living room. It's a Sunday morning. How could it be in
Yeah.
Japan?
Thank
What
you.
the hell?
This one came.
Yeah.
This one came from. No, I'm sorry. Burbank, California.
Oh, that's nice.
And you're in New Jersey.
Van Nuys, California, right outside of Burbank.
Oh, wow.
Okay, which is a big area. It's a very industrial areas. A lot of
Hmm.
television studios there.
Right.
Van Nuys in Burbank. NBC Studios is in Burbank.
Hmm.
But point I'm trying to make is, if it's connected to TikTok, don't fucking trust it.
No.
Get rid of it.
Oh, no. No.
Because TikTok, I've said this before, TikTok is going to be the death of society as we know it.
Yes.
I'm sure.
Um, Screw.
I know.
Yes, I'm with you, Facebook user. They said screw Cash App. Absolutely, I'm with you, brother or sister, whoever you are out there. I'm with you.
I don't care for
Absolutely.
much. I don't use
Um,
very
before
often.
we go and anywhere and do anything tonight, I have to say, happy anniversary to
Yes.
Carrie Jeffries,
Yes.
our panda queen, our very own panda queen. Um, and
Six
yes,
years
and
married.
here we go. The Dirty Digger. TikTok is a spy program. I've said that. Thank you,
Mhm.
Dirt Digger, because I said that on the last show that we did. That
Yep.
Mhm.
TikTok is using spyware
Mhm.
Oh,
and
yeah.
they're using infiltrated software programs. They download, when you download TikTok,
Mhm.
it downloads what's called residual programs.
Yep.
Check your phone. I'll bet you right now you've got at least 5 programs on your phone that you didn't download, but they came with TikTok.
Mhm.
Okay? Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck the
It's
Chinese, Dirt Digger.
yeah.
I'm with you, brother.
It's a
Fuck them
way for them to
slanty-eyed
spy on us.
motherfuckers.
Exactly. That's what I was when I did
Fuck
my
them
research. Yeah.
pricks. The only Chinese person I trust is the lady around the corner at the Chinese wok. That's
Mhm.
the only Chinese person I trust, and I know her. But you know what? There's a big difference though between American Chinese and
The
Chinese
Chinese.
China Chinese.
And Tong Tang Tong Tang.
Yeah, the Ching Chang, like we like to call them around this
All right.
neighborhood, the Ching Changs.
Mhm.
Ching.
Um, and I'm not, in any way shitting on the Chinese. I'm shitting
Mhm.
on the country of China for allowing this to
Mhm.
happen. Okay,
Sure. Yeah.
so
Mhm.
I'll keep my mouth shut now that I've gotten pissed off the entire free world. Fuck them. I don't care. Um, go ahead. So happy anniversary
Uh-huh.
to Carrie. So
Yes.
how long you
Happy
been with
anniversary.
the old man?
22 years.
Oh,
Bless his heart.
congratulations.
I know, right? Yeah. Every day.
Bless his heart. Well, listen, I know that you're going out for dinner tonight. All right.
Yes.
So I am going to bid you a happy good evening. I'm going to let
Mhm.
you go.
Mhm.
I'm going to let you go a couple minutes early so you can get yourself
Yeah.
all prettied up and
Mhm.
throw some like red lipstick on and blue eyeshadow and whatever the fuck you're going to wear and get the hell out of here. He's got a table reserved for you at McDonald's.
It's in the corner booth too.
There
It's
you
got a
go.
with the drive-through.
Carrie, thanks for joining Amelia
Yes.
tonight, baby.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you
Oh, did I cut
tomorrow.
you off prematurely? I'm sorry.
See you tomorrow.
Exactly. How you doing, Mel?
Good. Good. But
So,
as I was
listen,
saying,
interesting.
mhm. She
I
likes
think
McDonald's.
here our friend Dirt Digger has a question.
Uh-huh.
Do you think the Chinese own us? I don't. I'll tell you who I think owns us. The Saudis. I think Saudi Arabia owns this country. It
Might
should
as
be called the
well.
United States of Arabia.
They did the first robot that has emotions and might as you know about that,
And
right?
she likes McDonald's.
McDonald's.
That's. Can I show you something?
Uh-huh.
McDonald's.
Right?
That was my dinner tonight, Mickey
Mm.
D's.
Now I had see tuna on crackers and some stuff.
I like Dirt Digger. We're going to keep
Mhm.
Dirt Digger around. Um, yeah. So listen,
Mhm.
great show tonight so far. Would you
Oh
see?
yeah.
Carrie had to go. We normally
Would have had her on for the
she would.
hour
Yeah,
for a
normally
premiere
she'd be
show.
here for the whole hour, but she has her anniversary tonight, and
Yes.
her and her husband don't get to do too much.
No, we had it on the
Um,
premiere show, but as I was saying, but we
yeah.
but of
So
course it was
good.
an anniversary. Yeah, and we were saying basically with the
Oh, the
show,
Dirt Digger. Oh,
that's
the
the
Dirt Digger
hubby.
is her husband.
Ah,
Oh, that's why I like the Dirt Digger.
yeah, she
There you
likes
go.
McDonald's. He knows her too well. 22 years.
You go, that's the hubby. There you go.
Uh,
Good. Good for him. He's a good guy. Him we'll keep.
yeah,
Good
they're
guy.
taking over
Now,
hotels
let me
and
ask you, Amelia, let me ask you a question.
Mhm,
It's an interesting topic you brought up.
mhm,
TikTok and social media in general.
mhm,
Um, you and I, because of what we do,
mhm,
we and unfortunately, and I think it sucks, but we have to do it.
Yes.
We have to rely upon social media to get our word out. Um, to let people know about our shows, who's coming up, what guests we have, what topics we're covering.
At what
We
time?
use
And
Facebook and tell everybody what you use when you
TikTok,
advertise. Because
uh,
Amelia, she's the
Instagram.
social. Yeah,
Mhm,
I was just telling everybody, you're the social guru around
mhm.
here. I
Well,
don't touch any of that stuff because I'll break it.
well, like we have the TikTok, we have Instagram, we have our Facebook pages, we have, of course, emails if we want to send
Yeah.
emails to certain people, and we
The
have.
only thing I take care of, Amelia, and you know
Mhm,
this, the
mhm.
only thing I take care of is Twitter.
Right, the Twitter.
We have Twitter, Twitch, we have Uvu, Vimeo,
Mhm,
YouTube. We have Twitter, Twitch. We have Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I hate it, but we have to use it.
mhm. Don't forget
It's like,
YouTube as
well,
well.
people might say, well, aren't you a hypocrite because you're saying TikTok is killing the world, but
Mhm.
you're using TikTok? Well, we have to, okay,
Right.
but that doesn't mean that I
No.
can't criticize it.
Mhm.
I'll give you a perfect example. I don't like the underwear that I wear, but they fit and they're comfortable for now.
Right.
And
Till
when my
Christmas
ass gets
time.
fatter, I'll get something different. Okay.
Right.
But in the meantime, I have to deal with it. So that's what I'm equating it to. Okay.
Mhm.
Tight underwear.
Well, it's not like the good old days where we used to pick up the phone and say, "Look, we were going to be here so time. Watch us at this right here,"
Exactly.
or commercial time where we used to buy it on TV, or flyers that we used to hand out or put on the telephone poles. That's
Yeah.
back
And that's
then.
that's called old school.
That's
Here's
old
what,
school.
when let me tell people,
Mhm,
because I'm going to give away my age. Okay. Back in the 70s, early, early 70s,
mhm,
when friends of mine had garage bands, we used to take a piece of paper like this.
mhm,
We used to take a piece of paper like this, and we would put an advertisement on it, right?
mhm,
And then on the bottom, we would cut little slits like this with a phone number,
mhm.
and you would pull a piece off, and it had your number on it.
Right.
Okay, and your friends knew if you wanted to audition for the band,
You cut that
there's
piece of paper.
pull the phone number off,
Mhm,
right?
mhm,
And call the guy up and you get an audition. That's what we used to do. The other thing is we used to do our tickets that way. Pull one of these off and show it at the door, and you'll get 10, like
mhm.
maybe $5 off your ticket price, or
Right.
you'll get like a free drink or whatever the case,
Right.
right? Something like that.
Or put flyers into each of the cars' windshield
Yeah, we
wipers
used
and
to
mhm,
paper the parking lot.
mhm.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's the way to get
Absolutely.
advertisement out, or get people out there with billboards. Like little boards. You go
Yeah.
right there and say,
We
"Look,
would
free
have a
concert" or
stack of
something.
fly. That was advertising back.
That was.
That was our version of TikTok
Mhm.
and Instagram
Yes.
and Facebook.
Mhm.
It was Here's what it was, okay? Here's what it was. It was
Yeah.
a pile, it was a a kid, you
Mhm.
give him $5. Hey kid, come here. You want to
Mhm.
make some money? Here's $5, right?
Mhm.
See these cars? Just grab one of these and throw it on every car.
Mhm.
Okay? Most of the time he would do it. The rest of the time, you'd find a stack of your flyers
Just
in
throw
the
it
trash can, and the kid would be going with your $5.
right. Or get poster board with and big old markers right on it with balloons and put them like
That
on
was
each
Wait a minute.
corners.
That was a big one.
Mhm.
That was a big one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, big poster board with different color magic
Yes.
markers.
Mhm. Or
You would
different color
make like a
poster board.
giant sign, yeah,
Mhm.
and you would hang it on a telephone pole.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But
And
TikTok has gotten dangerous
it
lately.
has been.
I
Be-
heard what Carrie was saying about people finding her address and
Mhm.
phone number. You do that to me,
Mhm.
and two things are going to happen. The police are going to come knocking at your door, number one. And number two, you're going to be served with a cease and desist warrant. Okay? Because you start pulling my address, you're going to have a big fucking problem. Because someone will show up to your door. Maybe it won't be the cops. Okay? Maybe it'll be a big guy named Bubba. Okay?
And he
Or
knows lots of
maybe it'll be a
bubbas.
big guy named Nunzio
Hmm.
or Louie or Frankie.
And trust me, folks, he knows lots of bubbas or Frankies and
It
Louis.
might be a big guy with no neck named Frankie the Fixer.
Yep.
Okay?
And he knows lots of
So,
people,
my
folks.
advice to people, be nice and be kind. You
Hmm.
know?
Yeah. I tell
So,
you that because there was this lady, they did the same thing to this lady. She was an elderly lady. They didn't like the way her house looked in the background or something, and they bullied
mm-hmm.
her. They threatened her to where she ended up killing herself, committing suicide because of these posts.
Yeah, and
They
that's
That's
sad.
horrible. It's very sad. You
Do
shouldn't
you
be
know
doing that.
in the state of New Jersey,
Hmm.
the governor in the state of New Jersey, Governor Phil Murphy,
Hmm.
is about to sign a law
Hmm.
that high school kids under the age of 16
Hmm.
are not permitted to bring their phone to school.
That's a good
Now,
idea.
that's a very controversial thing, but I want you to think about something. Think about this. For decades and decades and decades, way before we ever had cell phones,
Hmm.
millions of children went to school every day.
I did
None of
without
them
a
ever
phone.
had a fucking problem.
I didn't.
Okay?
I didn't need my phone in school. I mean, we never even thought about cell phones back then. There was no such thing as cell phones
No,
back
no,
then.
there were, you
We didn't
can't
need them.
think about something that doesn't exist.
No, we went into
Wasn't
class,
there.
sat down. The teacher waited for all of us to sit down. The bell rang and she read roll, and we all started talking. We didn't even worry about cell phones back then.
Exactly.
And she just
Yeah.
started with, okay, so and so did this, let's do this, and let's go. And we're like, okay, that's great, let's do that.
Hey, our friend from last night, the gray man, Jerry, is in the house. Hey, Jerry.
Hello, Jerry.
Jerry joined us last night. He was in the chat
Oh,
on
okay.
Blunt Talk last night, the Kevin Blunt's premiere episode. Kevin was nervous as shit last night. He told me today, he goes, he said he was scared.
He was scared.
Yeah, he was scared. He said, I was like nervous. I was out of sorts. I had look, the poor guy, he just had a pit. And I didn't help him by by hollering at him.
Aw,
Nah, it's all good. We worked everything out today. I said, look,
that's
just
good
relax.
though.
Go on. I'm here to help you. I'm not here to hurt you. It's all good. So let
Hmm.
me ask Jerry.
Hmm.
Hey Jerry, you heard what we're talking about here. Talking about social media, or what I'd like to call unsocial media. Um, here's the thing. Here's the thing. We've got TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Believe it or not, I can't even make this up. I found this out, Amelia.
Hmm.
MySpace is still around.
Is it really?
I can't make it up. Honest
I
to
would
God.
remember my email or whatever login.
MySpace is still, I can't even fucking believe that like MySpace is a thing, but it still is. You've got all these like social media and like and stuff like
Hmm.
Facebook alternates. Like there's one
Yeah,
called New Book.
yeah, that's the one that.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
all. It's crazy stuff.
I wouldn't even
Um,
remember my password from MySpace anymore.
but it's fucking bizarre to think about all the stuff that we had that we
Hmm.
never had before, but we never needed it. And guess
Mm-mm.
what? We don't need this. Do you
Mm-mm.
realize? Do you realize if I cut our Facebook,
Hmm.
our Instagram, our TikTok,
Hmm.
if I cut all of our Twitch, Twitter, Uvu, if I
Hmm.
cut our Vimeo, if I cut all of that stuff out, you realize who would be watching us?
No,
Nobody.
no.
No one. Okay? That's how integrated it's become in the fabric of our life. That you can't, I mean, you could do a
Hmm.
show,
Hmm.
but the only people who will be watching is you and the person you're with,
Right. But
you
then we
know?
have the radio too, so people be listening.
Well, thank God for that. Right
Yes.
now, by the way, I'm going to give you real-time numbers, folks. I do this every
Oh,
week.
yes. And don't we have a commercial also we have to run as
We have a
well?
commercial coming up in about 2 minutes. Here are the actual numbers right now
Oh, great.
on our radio station. I mean, I can't make these up. You can go to our station and look. Okay? Our numbers now are 10,286,625.
Yes. All
Okay?
right. Thank you,
And
everyone.
and
Thank
I
you,
want
listeners.
everybody to know everything we just said, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, our Facebook group, our Facebook page, all of our YouTube channels, our broadcast hub. All of that information is on our website at www.tfradio.podbean.com. You can search us. Google keywords are WWTF Radio, What's the Buzz, What's the Buzz Popcast, or Wrestling with the Future. Every one of those will take you right here. Okay? Let me show everybody youtube.com at What's the Buzz Popcast. What's the Buzz Popcast at gmail.com. There's What's the Buzz. Last night we premiered our new episode, Blunt Talk Radio with Kevin Blunt. Tonight it's the Big Mouth with the Mouth of the South, Amelia Pitbull Chapman.
And tomorrow we have another one that we're going to be promoting as well.
Yeah, tomorrow is the Round Table, the Dog Pound. Jerry says social media had great intentions, but it's destroying humanity. I said, brother,
he could not be 100% correct. That is 100% right.
Absolutely. I have said, how many times have I said that?
Every single time.
Pretty much every show. Yeah.
Every single show
it's
that we've done.
Simultaneously amazing and awful at the same time. You're absolutely right. Trista.
Yeah.
Trista Ramsey is here. Hello, Trista. You are a first timer. I see. Welcome to the show. Question or comment for the pit bull or the mad dog? Join us and ask us a question. I'll go back to you in a second. Amelia, take care of. Let's do this. Why don't we do this for a second? Let's do a commercial. I got to do this commercial. Okay, here you go.
Do you have sweaty balls or volleyball netty balls? It's time to make them ready balls. The Manscaped.com Lawnmower 3.0 will do the job and clean your knob with its patented no-nick head, so your head will function as desired. Enter promo code Wrestling Future for a generous 20% discount. That's enter Wrestling Future for a 20% discount. Manscaped.com and Wrestling with the Future, going balls to the walls with Manscaped.com and the Lawnmower 3.0. Your balls will thank you, and so will we.
What's the Buzz Podcast wants to welcome Radioactive FM 88.6 in Wellington, New Zealand, Radio Perth, Australia, and RTL Radio 102.5 in Milan, Italy. Welcome aboard, and welcome to the Buzz. All right, we're back.
Right.
The only people in the world who have a ball shaver as a sponsor.
That is still kind of like, whoa, over me. I was looking up the universe. There's also like 5 Texas universities that have banned TikTok from their universities. 5
Let's
Texas
talk
ones.
about that. Let's talk about everybody that's banned TikTok. Give everybody some, like a little heads up, Neil.
For example, University of
here,
Texas, Austin, Texas is one. University of Texas in Dallas, Texas A&M, Lamar University in Beaumont, Texas.
Here's the thing. What Amelia's telling you is TikTok has been banned in the entire state of Texas at all state workplaces and all universities except 5.
Auburn, Alabama, Auburn, Texas, Auburn University is one of them. It's kind of like just certain parts of the South, basically, for right now. And for right now, then they're going to go higher they're going to see how it goes for the South right now. And then they're going to do other states, and then which is a lot of the college students don't like. But you know what? Right now, that's what they're starting for right now. But a lot of the states so far are basically like in between. They're kind of doing the middle and the top. Nebraska, Wisconsin, just to give a few, New Jersey, Louisiana, North and South Carolina, North and South Dakota, Georgia. Uh, let's see, who else was just signed on? Wisconsin, Wyoming, just to kind of like they're mixing it up a little bit just to see. But these
Yeah.
are only for right now for government employees for right now. They
Yeah,
cannot have
our
TikTok
friend
on their
Jerry
phone.
says TikTok going away wouldn't bother me a bit. It's fun, but I have stuff to do. You know what? I'm with you, Jer.
Speaking of that,
Here's the thing.
hmm
When you get to my age, and you get like 50 and over,
hmm
well, I'm 60 and over, and I'm 63 and over. Here's the thing. Other things become important. Like the last thing you're on your mind is,
hmm
worrying about fucking TikTok. Okay,
well,
first of all, I didn't worry about TikTok when it was a new thing.
not even me growing up, we didn't have this. We did other things growing
You
in
go
our lives.
on TikTok. Let me just tell you what happened, okay?
hmm
With people. We did a show a few weeks back
hmm
about this singer. He's dead now. His name's Aaron Carter. I
hmm
rest in peace, young guy. Do you know that we had every fucking hater from TikTok jumping in on our chat room? We had the biggest chat room in the history of this show.
Oh,
At
I
one
remember.
point, I had over 400 people
hmm
in this chat. Okay. Now, like, we don't even hardly use the chat except for people we like
hmm
Jerry, and Jennifer and the Dirt Digger and Trista Ramsey and of course, Dawn, people like that, right?
hmm
We like these people, but the rest of them can suck our balls and kiss our ass.
Right.
Okay. And I don't give a flying fuck. I don't care who knows it, who
Right.
likes it, or who don't like it. Here's the deal.
hmm
We're going to do the job that we need to do to get the information out there. Tonight, we're telling everyone the dangers, not only of TikTok, but social media in general. Amelia and I have appropriately named it. In fact, I've appropriately named it, as well as she's coming back in.
And you know what? I don't
She's
understand.
coming back in.
I had to come in like you did on our podcast earlier and say, you're right.
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
there's my
400 people from
co-host
TikTok.
with the most.
400 people from TikTok
So,
because of one podcast about one
yeah,
person.
hmm
yeah.
And that literally got the most hate because of said person.
400
Crazy.
people plus
hmm
joined that chat that night
Yeah.
for a guy that
Crazy.
none of them knew, none of them ever would ever know,
hmm
because they're not even in his stratosphere.
hmm
Okay.
Yeah.
Even Carrie got caught up
hmm
and said that she knew him, but she
Yeah.
doesn't know him. She might talk to him once or twice, but
hmm
that's it.
Yeah. And I don't
Okay.
understand how these people could say, okay, well, if you don't want to be a part of TikTok, do this. Remember that show that I did about New Year's resolution? I think they hired the same people to do this because I got a list of
Yeah.
what you could do, not be on TikTok. I mean, are these idiots or what? Listen to this.
Listen to this one. Hold up. But let me just jump in before, because I know where
Mhm.
you're going with that.
Mhm.
Dirt Digger says, by the way, it's a Panda's husband. Dirt
Mhm.
Digger says, I think soon TikTok will be banned in the U.S. Donald Trump tried to do that already,
Mhm.
and he was unsuccessful. That's why I love Donald Trump. He
Mhm.
said, fuck TikTok.
Yeah.
I think soon TikTok will be banned in the U.S. due to the fact that they're banning it from government phones. You're
Yes.
absolutely right.
That's why they were all these
Absolutely.
states that I read are all
Facebook user
anybody.
says, hi. How you doing, Facebook? What's up,
Yeah.
babe?
The states that I read are all banned from any government phones. These right
Let
here.
me run this by you real quick.
Mhm.
Now, in New Jersey,
Mhm.
where I live, Governor
Yes.
Phil Murphy.
Yes.
Thank you, Governor Murphy. He did two things that I love. He legalized pot,
Mhm.
and he got rid of TikTok at all state offices and
Yes.
all state universities, colleges, and workplaces,
Yes. And if you have a
including
government phone,
high school.
yes.
And the governor will soon sign a bill that you've got to be 16 or older to come to school with your cell phone. Otherwise, you will not be permitted in school. Your
Hmm.
phone will be confiscated.
Yeah.
In Texas workplaces, all TikTok use has been banned from all Texas workforces and all state universities and colleges.
Hmm.
University of Wisconsin has banned it. The state of Wisconsin has banned TikTok in all workplaces, all state colleges and universities. High schools, they haven't touched yet.
Not
It's
yet, but
TikTok
they
is
will
banned in
eventually.
Russia, India, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Indonesia, partly banned in China. That should say volumes because TikTok is a Chinese company. Partially banned in China, soon to be banned in the Philippines and Iowa in the U.S. There
Oh,
are
it is
more
already.
states
It's
and
on the
countries. Hold
list.
on, Amelia.
Hmm.
Hold on, kid. Hold on.
Hmm.
There are more states and countries to follow, and businesses nationwide have taken a zero tolerance. Let me repeat that again, a zero tolerance approach to TikTok while not completely banning it in the workplace.
Right.
Go ahead. Continue,
Yeah.
Amelia. Thank
Oh,
you.
as I was remember when I did the New Year's resolution show, how they said that you should
Yeah.
do this resolution, blah 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 blah. I think
Yeah.
they hired the same idiots to to tell you, and I mean idiots because
Yeah.
they're like, oh, instead of being on TikTok, this is what you should do. Listen to this: create a vision board for all things you should do. Uh, create a new life for yourself. uh Draw a bullet, or draw a journal, or write into a journal.
Yeah.
Start a hustle.
Can I tell you what that is? Let me stop you
I
there.
think they
I have
hired the
to
the same
because I
idiot to
know
do
exactly what
this
that is.
list.
First of all, I got to have Jerry on the show.
I
I
think they
got to
hired
have
the same
Jerry on the
idiot.
show. I'm going to have Jerry and Michael on the show, the guys from last night. Because
Does he
he's
want to
just
join us today?
Jerry's way too fucking smart to be like hanging out in the chat.
Does he want to
He's
join
got
us
to be on
today
the
for a
air
few
with me.
minutes? Oh
Most
my
smart
goodness.
institutions. Hold on, Amelia, please.
Oh my,
Most smart institutions realize that TikTok is just a Trojan horse, and
exact,
that is literal and figurative. Okay,
exactly. Yep.
because you know what a Trojan is? It's a virus.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
Exactly.
what TikTok is. It's a
Yep.
fucking virus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Um,
Yes.
crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Let me do this real quick,
Oh my
Neil.
gosh. Uh-huh.
Let me give everybody a heads up of our new show
Mm-hmm.
aired last night, every Tuesday night. Join Kevin McDaddy Blunt and myself, Mad Dog DeCipio, for Blunt Talk. Take a look at our trailer. Ain't that pretty?
I like that. Yeah.
I did that all by myself with no help from nobody.
Oh my goodness, that's funny.
Tell everybody what else is going on with social media. See, you're the social media queen around here.
I'm just I
Can I
I
ask
just
a question I've never asked you?
uh-huh.
How do you put up with it?
I just keep up with the family and friends basically when I first joined Facebook, because I actually was able to find my godmother after like so many years. I was able to catch up with my high school friends
Okay.
that I hadn't been able
See,
to
now,
find.
right there, I want to talk to you because
Mhm.
that's what I started doing initially was some place to connect with relatives that live in different states
Yes.
to keep in touch, right?
Mhm.
Then I got friend requests from people I never heard of and never knew, right?
Mhm.
Now, here's how here's how it morphed into a clusterfuck. Okay. because it went from all family to no family.
Mm-hmm.
Now none of my family are on my Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
They're all people that I met on Facebook.
Yeah, that's how it turns
Strange,
out
man.
into.
It's just so like weird. It's just the way it went from gradually boom, 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 to like where'd all my family go? Where'd they all go?
Yes, and now it's all authors
'Cause-
or
Yeah,
people like
well, my
singers.
family, what they did was they fucking left Facebook, is what they did.
Mhm. They wised up, probably.
Yeah, oh boy, did they wise the fuck up. Are you shitting
Yeah.
me? Holy crap.
Hmm.
Unbelievable. Um, you have a paper in front of you with a bunch of stuff on it. Tell everybody else what's going on there.
I think this person wrote the same list twice and just said, you know what, I'm going to use it for New Year's Eve and I'm going to use it for people to get away from TikTok because it's the same stuff.
Well, you
Yeah.
maybe more to that than you realize. I got news for you.
Yeah, I mean, listen to your favorite songs, dance in your room, uh, go for a walk, play a board game, go to the park, and people watch. Really? What?
Here's an interesting comment from Panda's hubby.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Hmm.
He says, "I absolutely hate social media." I'm with you on that one, brother.
Hmm.
In some cases, but I'm just around for moral support for others. Now, here's the thing.
Hmm.
That's an interesting comment that he makes because there have been people on my friends list on Facebook and people I've seen on TikTok, for example, who genuinely from the heart need help.
Yes, they
Okay.
do.
And some people have like asked for financial help. You always know in your gut who really needs the help and who's just, scamming you for money. Okay. And, well, I do anyway. I always know. Here's the question I have. Do we do these people a service by giving into them on social media, or should we, as responsible people, direct them to a social program outside, like in the community, like for example, like feed the hungry, house the homeless, um, meals on wheels, like things like that. Are we helping them, or are we
Stringing them
entitling them?
along, you mean? Well,
Yeah, that's a good way to put it, Amelia.
mhm. Well, I mean, at first, maybe you can buy them a meal or two and then say, look, here's a place so and so that I found near you that, you can go for help or that can help you get clothes, can help you get food, maybe some shelter,
Can
you
I
know.
tell you what happened?
Hmm.
This actually happened to me twice on Facebook. I got an inbox
Hmm.
from a young guy. I'm not going to tell you his name.
Hmm.
I got an inbox from a young guy on Facebook, somebody that I've known for a while. And he hit me up. He didn't ask me for money.
Hmm.
He asked me to buy him a meal. Now, think about this. I'm in New Jersey. He was living in Dallas, Texas at the time.
Hmm.
I said, "Well, how am I going to how am I going to do this?" So what I went, okay, here you go. We got the internet, right?
Hmm.
Found a pizza place, luckily, right across the street from his house. It was called Rocco's Pizza,
Hmm.
and it's a big national chain, Rocco's Pizza.
Hmm.
Luckily, there was a place right across the street from his house, right?
Hmm.
So I ordered him a pizza, and I had it delivered, right? And he was very thankful. Somebody found out about that. Do you know they fucking did the same thing to me? I went, no, babe, this ain't gonna. It worked once because it was from my friend,
Hmm.
but he told somebody is what happened. So that person said, "Oh, I want to see if he'll do it for me." No, Do see this?
Yeah.
Show me where you see the word sucker. Okay, because it's not. It's blank.
Yeah.
Okay, not on
Yeah.
me, babe. Not on me.
Yeah. That's happened
Um,
to us before too. It
yeah.
it's like, oh, well, kids are hungry, and I'm like, okay, well, we'll feed the kids. I know you're a single dad,
This
but
is the
yeah.
greatest comment I've heard
Hmm.
all night. Second greatest comment I've heard all
Hmm.
night. Social media in a way is like a drug, but how you rehab from that type of drug. Here's how you rehab.
Hmm.
Okay, Dirt Digger, listen to me. You shut it down. You walk the fuck away, like I did. Okay, you walk away. I still have a TikTok. Okay, when I say I mean the show does, right?
Hmm.
Amelia takes care of it because Amelia can't walk away, and I know that. But I can because I had to. Because I was getting so angry with TikTok. I was getting ready to hurt somebody physically. Like I was going to hurt somebody. All
Hmm.
right. Because I'm one of those kind of people that would show up at your fucking door. I would
Yeah.
for real.
My son is
Um,
29 years old, and he does not even have a Facebook account.
and your son is a smart fucking kid.
Hmm.
But Dirt Digger asked a very valid, pointed question.
Hmm.
How do you rehab from that? You could look, it's easier to get off of heroin than it is to stop smoking. That's a fact.
Yes.
That's a real thing. And if you think I'm kidding you, like I tell everybody else, go on
On
Google and it's true. You'll see it's true. It's
Google it. It's right
harder
there.
to quit smoking cigarettes
Hmm.
than it is to stop using heroin. But now, because social media is a drug and it's designed to be addictive and it's designed to be combative and it's designed to have you fucking each other over and shoving each other's fists up your ass, okay? You know why it's designed that way? Because your government wants you adversarial so they can come in and look like the hero when it's all said and done. There's one problem. The government's never been anybody's fucking hero. Weren't then, aren't now, will never be in the future. They've never been a hero to anyone, especially me. Dirt Digger Gray says, I'm glad I never started smoking. I'm a sucker for a bad habit. Yeah, brother, let me tell you something, Jerry. I smoked for 40. How long did I smoke? I smoked for 46 years.
Hmm.
Okay. And I quit 4 years ago. I ain't had a cigarette in 4 years. Okay. I can do it. You can do it.
My mom
I can
did. She quit cold turkey.
I can walk away from Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, Twitter. I could walk away from all that. You could do it.
Hmm.
I walked away. I still have all of these outlets. I don't use them. I have other people to check them for me because
Hmm.
I refuse to even log into them. You know, that's called doing smart social business. Have an addict already do it. I don't do it, and I'm not going back. I also think social media makes people hateful. It absolutely does.
Hmm.
And it's very mood changing. And I just told you why, Dirt Digger. It's designed to be adversarial. Remember who designed TikTok and Facebook and Instagram? It wasn't an engineer, it was a psychologist. Okay. Mark Zuckerberg did not come up with Facebook. I hate to break the news to you, folks. I hate to break it to you. Mark Zuckerberg is a shill. He's a front piece. That's all he is. Okay. He's a Zionist fuck that fronts Facebook for the U.S. government.
Hmm.
J.R. Thunder. He's the newbie here. J.R. Oh, and it's Jimmy.
Hmm.
Jimmy
Yeah.
Thunder.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Smoking a couple. Yes. Me and Jeff the ref used to smoke. I'll bet you Jeff went through 3 packs a show. I probably went through about I'll bet you I went through about a pack of show.
I know when I first saw your first 2 episodes, I was like, "What? Wait a minute,
Brother, we
he's
used to
doing
smoke like
what?"
fucking chimneys on that show. You shitting me?
Yeah.
Oh man. And let me tell you what happened. Jeff died at 42 of a heart attack. That was enough for me, okay? That was enough for me. Cuz I was 60 at the time. All right. Oh, I'm sorry, 59. I was 59 at the time. Jeff died, and that scared the shit out of me. All right. And he died from smoking.
Oh.
That's what killed him. Okay. And his weight didn't help. And he had other things going on. But the biggest problem was that he smoked a lot. He always had a cigarette in his mouth.
Yeah. Wow. And people,
We
that's not
are
one of
well,
the
my friend
habits.
Jimmy Thunder
Oh
from
yes,
Down Under.
doing very well. Thank you. How are you? And
Crazy
people,
stuff, brother.
that's not one of the people on the list here of the TikTok things to do to quit TikTok. So do not do that. Okay. Do gardening is one of them. Okay.
What did it say, Amelia?
I said, do not pick up smoking. That's not one of the things to do to quit TikTok. Okay. Do not start smoking.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not one of them. Okay. Do gardening. That's not a hobby to
Kevin
pick up.
Blunt, the host of Blunt Talk, is in the chat. Kevin was premiere episode last night on Blunt Talk. He was scared as crazy,
He doesn't do
crazy,
social
crazy
media
scared.
much, but he's addicted to
That boy
YouTube.
was scared shitless last night. I had to carry him the whole show. I said, it's all right. Just come
It
into
gets
Papa
easier,
Bear's
trust
arms.
me.
Let me carry you through it. I'll get you.
Once you do your first episode, you're great. Trust me. Just trust what
There
he
were
says.
two
Trust.
people and one set of, how was it? Two people and one set of footprints. Okay?
Just
Because I had you and Jesus had me, brother. Trust me. That's all we needed.
follow his lead. Just follow
He says,
Angelo.
I don't do social media much. My addiction is YouTube. Your addiction better be YouTube, you prick, because your fucking channel's on YouTube and you better watch it. Now, having said that, Amelia, we are at the end of the show. Tell everybody what's coming up.
Well, tomorrow we're all going to get together. You'll see all of us 5, actually, right? 4 or 5 of us together. And we're going to be discussing yesterday's episode, today's episode, all together. And then we're going to be discussing what we're going to be showing for next week on our new show.
Absolutely. We are doing our new show tomorrow. I want to show everybody. I'm going to get rid of Amelia for a half a second. Watch this. I am. I'm going to get rid of you for just a second.
Just a second.
Now, watch this. Watch this, folks. Take a look at this. Watch. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Pound. That is the dog pound. That is our weekly roundtable discussion. You've just seen that beautiful logo that we made.
Mm-hmm.
We will have our opening done tonight. Finally. Let's see what else. The Gray Man. Good show, Amelia. Yeah,
Well,
Gray
thank
says
you.
good
Thank
show,
you
Amelia.
so much. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
We'll have Carrie for the full hour next week. So
yeah, it's all good. She'll be here. We'll make sure she's here. Let me tell everybody that we are wwtfradio.podbean.com. Our name is our address. We are the home of What's the Buzz podcast, Blunt Talk Radio, The Big Mouth. And tonight's episode was how social media is killing the world. Amelia Pitbull Chapman, she's your producer host. I am Angelo, the Mad Dog DeCipio. Here I am. I am not Carrie Jeffries. Carrie was here. She's gone now. Here I am. I hit the wrong name. Hit the wrong name. I am the Mad Dog. I am the owner, executive producer, and the host of WWTF Radio. And tomorrow night, join us, please, as we introduce the Dog Pound. Check out our YouTube channels. We have YouTube at What's the Buzz Podcast, youtube.com at Blunt Talk Radio, youtube.com at The Psychic Realm Podcast, and What's the Buzz Podcast at gmail.com. If you want to info the show and you want to email us about show ideas or you've got questions
Mhm.
that you need answers to, you want to get, if you want to come on the show,
Mhm.
if you want to promote something on the show,
Mhm.
hit Amelia up at what's the buzz podcast at gmail.com.
Yes. And
She
if
will
you
answer you. She answers all the mail.
yes.
And again,
Mhm.
the show is the Big Mouth
Mhm.
with the Big Mouth herself, Amelia Mouth of the South Chapman, the Pit Bull.
And
The Pit Bull.
if you haven't been become a member of our Facebook group, it's What's the Buzz Popcast Facebook group.
Yes,
Come join us.
absolutely. Absolutely. Join us on our group. We got 2 Facebook pages.
Mhm.
We got a lot of stuff going
Yes.
on. We have a Twitter at Mad Dog DeCipio on Twitter.
Mhm.
What's the Buzz Podcast? We are on twitch.tv at Wrestling with the Future. And you can
Instagram.
find us Instagram. And we are What's the Buzz Pod, right?
Pop.
On Instagram, and tell everybody our TikTok.
It's What's the Buzz underscore, I think it's What's the Buzz underscore Popcast.
It sure is. Yep,
Mhm.
that was the right one.
Mhm.
4, Amelia Pitbull Chapman. 4, Carrie Jeffries. I am Angelo, the Mad Dog DeCipio. This is the Big Mouth. Take care, everybody. It's
Happy
in one night.
anniversary, Carrie.
Yeah. Good night.
Good
Have a
night.
burger on me, babe.
All right.